Nothing brings a gaming table together closer or more in focus than a well-crafted and compelling cooperative game. There's something invigorating when the collective table as a group win together or encounter defeat together.
I couldn't agree more, Flash.
But what if you could tackle cooperative games one by one, slowly increasing in complexity, like someone moving step by step from mere acquaintance all the way to a forever friend? We're going to walk through a 5-game path that does just that, where each game on this list signifies an increasing level of board game difficulty, from super easy to brain-meltingly strategic. Join us on this cooperative journey on Legendary Tactics. Cooperative games come in many different sizes and shapes, but speaking generally, these games pit the players around the table against a core game AI, or a game system. It's the game system that usually creates the challenges that players need to come together to overcome. Let's begin with the easiest of all co-op games to learn, the Gang. We're kicking the co-op list off with the Gang, a fast, fun entry-level co-op where players work together to pull off small-time heists. It's quick to teach. In fact, this is the first game that my son pulled out the rulebook and taught me how to play. That was really refreshing, let me tell you. And anyone who knows how to play Texas Hold'em poker will already know 90% of the rules. It's full of laughs and it gets everyone talking right away. Perfect for introducing new players to teamwork without overwhelming them. What I love most about this game is that you try your hardest to mind meld, but most often you end up laughing about your collective incompetence. Think of it as your gateway job before the big leagues. Once your gang gets connected, they might just become pals. Let's move to trick-taking card games. The Crew. Once your gang gets connected, they just might become pals. So let's move to the trick-taking game called The Crew. Like the Gang, communication is basically illegal. You can't just say what you're holding. You have to give tiny hints through limited tokens and psychic stares. It's like trying to play bridge with your mouths duct taped shut. But once it clicks, it's magic. When your team pulls off a perfect round in silence, it feels like a telepathic miracle. It's a friendly space euchre game where players complete a series of round-by-round objectives which slowly increase in difficulty as the game progresses. What's nice about The Crew is that it's still a light game with a subtle mental puzzle layered underneath each round as each player tries to meet their objective. There's also a loose storyline that the players can follow, but really each round in itself is what the players are trying their best to overcome. Although simplistic, The Crew, Quest for Planet 9 and its successor, Mission Deep Sea, provide a great jumping off point for those wanting to give the cooperative board game experience a shot. If you feel that you're reaching a comfortable level of familiarity with your table, you may be ready to call your mates sidekicks. By the way, if you enjoy this board gaming ladder series, let us know by subscribing, liking, and dropping your thoughts in the comments below. Is there a game we should have included on the ladder? Where would it go? And did we get any of these in the wrong place? Pandemic Season 1. Let's move into semi-modern co-op board gaming royalty, and that's Pandemic, but not just the regular Pandemic. I'm talking about Season 1, the legacy game. If you're ready for something that builds on a game that many medium-weight gamers are familiar with, but at the same time, one that introduces a whole new layer of mechanisms, you may have found the perfect stepping stone to immerse yourself into a deeper storyline. In this campaign game, players work as a team to rid the world of a deadly virus. From coordinating travel plans to creating bases, every member has a crucial role to play. The advancement that this game provides is the cooperative legacy component. With each series of plays and your table winning or losing the game, it tells a story with new character mechanisms, skills, and enemies and cards being introduced as you proceed. The game is played over a course of a year, and it has a maximum of 2 attempts at success each month before the calendar moves on. This game will radically change the way you look at board games, from adding new stickers to the game to tearing up specific cards. Someone will inevitably say, okay, if I go to Sydney and you treat Chicago, and before you know it, you've got a map covered in cubes and a room full of armchair epidemiologists. It's challenging, but not punishing, and when you pull off that final cure just before the world collapses, you'll feel like heroes, and it may just build a new friendship. Marvel Champions. Are you ready to call yourselves besties yet? It's time to suit up with Marvel Champions, the card game. Here, you and your friends take on the roles of your favorite superheroes. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain Marvel. Well, maybe not Captain Marvel. Let's go with Captain America instead, to battle classic villains like Ultron and Green Goblin. And what makes this one shine is how thematic it is. Iron Man literally gets stronger as he builds his armor piece by piece. Spider-Man's deck is all about agility and timing. It's like you're living in the MCU, but with more snacks and fewer explosions. The gameplay is deep, the deck building is addictive, and when your team combos just right, it feels like you just saved the world, until the villain takes another turn and wipes half the table. But hey, that's teamwork, superhero style. Whereas Pandemic focuses on a more streamlined map-based system with limited character growth, Marvel Champions is about dynamic card interactions and hero customization. You don't play the next game with just anyone. It's got to be reserved for forever friends. And so, we ascend to the co-op mountaintop, Spirit Island. This is the final boss of cooperative gaming. A sprawling, deeply strategic puzzle where you play as elemental spirits defending your island from invading colonizers. Each spirit has unique powers and play styles, from raging storms to creeping shadows, and coordinating those powers is like conducting a symphony made of earthquakes and lightning bolts. It's absolutely brilliant, but it's also the kind of game that makes you question your intelligence about halfway through. You'll spend half your time planning moves, and the other half checking the rulebook and your player board and wondering if you're still on the same page as your teammates. When you win, and trust me, it's not easy, it feels earned. It's the co-op equivalent of climbing Everest, but with cardboard and meeples. So to recap your co-op journey, the gang gets everybody into the game quickly. The crew builds silent teamwork and connections. Pandemic turns you into strategists where your decisions really matter. Marvel Champions lets you immerse yourself more deeply in the cards and their interconnected complexity. And Spirit Island, well, that one will make your brain sweat in the best way possible. Start simple, level up, and by the end, you and your friends will be co-op legends. So until next time, keep your friends close, your enemies few, and your tactics legendary.